guys, what's up? Today I come to you with my weekly review of Gintama the manga, and this week's chapter 580, chapter 580. This was a very touching chapter, not in the sense of like a very heartwarming, but it was more like a very sad and it was a very sad type of chapter, especially for Coca. Now, when we were introduced to her character, we come to know that she is the mother. We finally understood her name and what purpose she served in the story, especially towards Kamui and Kagura. She is the mother of those two, as well as the wife of Umibozu, the strongest warrior in the universe. And we find out in this chapter like how they translated her name to something like a wilting flower or a blooming flower. Her name means something with flower in it, and it was very interesting in how they compared her and to that of a plant, a flower, and saying, a flower always needs nutrients. Whenever you decide to plant something into the ground, you have to constantly take care of it. You have to water it, you have to feed it, you have to make sure it's kept safe and sheltered in order for it to grow and bloom and become beautiful and useful for whatever purpose you may use it. And coca is like a flower. You plant her into the ground and she blooms beautifully, but constantly she needs this source of energy in order to continuously stay alive. Why do you think she constantly says she needs to stay on this planet? Because she is the sole master of that planet and she cannot leave that planet because she is the sole survivor. The reason for that is because Kamui, he said that their mother was a mutant that was born under the effects of the Altana. And the Altana, as we know, is the same thing that is used to keep Yutsuro alive. It's in his body, and it's also the same thing that's also keeping Oboro alive. Through his blood, it's keeping Oboro alive. Oboro is somewhat immortal, and we know Yutsuro is also immortal, and the same power is located in Earth. And because Umibozu took Coca from the planet, from the so-called dying Yato planet. He took her from the soil. He took the root, he ripped the root out of his soil, and now slowly but surely that flower, that plant is dying. And that was the only thing that was keeping her alive. So whatever sources of food or whatever she could find on that planet, it was what was keeping her up on her feet and keeping her healthy. But because she is no longer there, okay, she is dying, and that's why we come to see, we they never explained it from previous chapters. We always knew that she was sick and she was ill and she died, but now we get a closure on exactly why she died. Now we get an understanding of why Kamui is the way he is, and shown in the back in the a flashback once again of him trying to figure out what is the meaning to be strong. What does strength mean? Does it mean to, let people hurt you in any shape or form? Or does it mean to fight people when they hurt those who are close to you? Or does it mean to walk away from your family and friends in order to so-called search for some strength while trying to help them while you're no longer while you're not there physically? And it caused Kamui this type of confusion. That's why we see his character always seeking strength, is because of what he had to go through as a child, constantly trying to figure out what does it mean to protect, what does it mean to become strong, while at the same time seeing his mother die, trying to be a brotherly figure to his younger sister, and also having dealing with the fact that he has a father that's in and out of his life, not constantly there for him when he needs him the most. As a young growing male, he needs a father in his life, and he can't always man up to take charge of the household. He needs his dad to be there. And so it was very interesting to see the background, the backstory of their mother, as well as why Kamui is the person that he is today. And by the end of this chapter, I have a feeling that he's gonna either finally confront his father, finally try to really kill him, or and kill his sister, or he's gonna have a resolve where he's gonna push back all the insecurities that he has had built up throughout the years, and finally come face to face with his demons and help his dad try to at least stall Yutsuro from doing whatever damage he's planning to do. So we don't know how Kagura is going to take this whole information, hearing about what has happened to her mother and what she's going to think about her father and her brother in this whole situation, as she's the one who's also, while she was the one in this whole situation that's been left in the dark for the very longest time, and thinking possibly it was her fault why her father and her brother left. But now, because light has been shined upon her about her history concerning her family, we'll see in the next chapter how Kagura will finally deal with this matter and what her next step will be. So do tell me in the comment section below, what were your thoughts on this chapter of Gintama chapter 580. Any of the things that I said, do you feel that do you feel connected to them, or do you have any other thoughts, something that contrasts to what I said? You can say that in the comment section. The links are in the description box, so you can click on those. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.